rising. Hook, line, free for all. Sinker. Well, it's a tangible death, and I can almost handle it. When it cancels my breath, put your hand over my candle, then rest. There's no pain in this fist release. Put my elbows on the window frame, glass pressed against my cheeks. Everything I see is mine. I never look back. Couldn't ask the same of those I leave behind. The air bubbles rushing towards the water surface. A clumsy stagehand making a grand exit, caught in the curtains. A person should have pulled this rope.
Welcome to Cascadia Hockey. Today's intro music, Product Placement by Sage Francis, off of the album Healthy Distrust from Strange Famous Records, 2005. Thank you, Strange Famous Records.
Always.
Big shout out, Sage. Man, that track bangs. I love it.
2005, man. That was 14 years ago he dropped that. And a big congrats to Sage. The boy just got married a couple weeks ago.
Congrats, brother, and
Nice
welcome
work,
back
man.
to having a TV.
Now he's back to having a TV.
Okay,
so
I'm
he
just
can
going to
watch
bring
his
it up.
Bruins.
You say that almost every time we record. So, yeah, that's like the third time I remember you saying
No, I
that.
said he's getting married.
Yeah.
He just got married like a week and a half ago.
Okay. I will call
So-
you out when you say it next week.
You're wearing a,
man,
you're wearing a
jeez.
Golden Knights hat. aren't you?
She's right out of the gate.
She's rocking a Golden Knights hat,
Jesus.
too. She just...
Get off your fucking phone. We're recording.
First off, you shut the fuck up. She's doing our social media. 2, she did that because now she's got to replace fucking, Kyle in the crease. So she's rocking the.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Shout out to Kyle.
We used to have a guy on our podcast named Kyle. Was a Golden Knights fan. Remember?
Remind me, what did he look like?
Hey, shout out to you, Kyle. I'm representing.
Whatever.
Actually, thank you, Kyle, because he sent me a text the other day. He's like, I found a Day of the Dead
Did he?
puck 1.
Wow.
I snagged it. And I'm like, hey, what about shirts and all that shit? He's like, they're gone, dude. He couldn't get any of that stuff.
crazy.
Well, that's solid.
They'll
dude.
do it again next year.
That's solid. Hey, I'm just saying, if they do it again next year, there's more than one of us.
It's cool to
Yeah,
have.
for real. And I told him that. I told him. I said, look for everyone. But it was like the fact that his Jeep just died and he's spending $6,000 to fix it.
Yowzers.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's been what's kind
Shouldn't
of...
you get another car for that?
That's what happens when you own a Jeep.
Yeah, dude.
I can say that because I own one.
Let me see if I can...
That I've seen you.
You have
drive.
a Jeep?
I've seen you drive twice.
Yes,
the-
yes.
Wait, like a cool Jeep
Oh, that's sick.
That's the puck, if you can see it.
That's badass,
yeah.
dude.
or like an old man Jeep?
I don't know. It's
it's
Amanda's Barbie Jeep. It stays in the garage. It's never touched dirt.
So real
Oh
quick,
my
I'm going to do
gosh,
the intros.
I would
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
go
thanks.
dirty.
Hey, Corey just reminded us there's a little business we should do.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Are we ready?
That was a warm-up crossing the red line.
yeah,
sort of
wasn't
shit that
it?
just
Well,
happened
that
right
is.
there.
It is. We got to call
Hey.
the whistle and
Hey.
pull it back.
Hey, you. I love you.
Okay. Enough of this.
Happy Taco Tuesday, everybody. My name is Corey Gaston. I am your host with the least. Welcome to Cascadia Hockey, brought to you by Buried Puck Threads. We're ready for some roundtable hockey nonsense. Let's do this. Across from me, our newest member, the social media maven, Anya Piper.
Hey, boys.
Down at the end, number 86, the regular guy, Derek. Cup over the eye, Shamrock.
Present.
Behind the boards, the mastermind behind all of this craziness, master misanthrope, leader of men, follower of none, one Mr. Aaron Piper.
There is one that I do follow.
I didn't even hear anything that was just said.
Well, you're the guest of honor right there.
Yeah,
so.
no, he follows
Why
you.
am I the guest of honor?
Because I follow one.
Yeah.
He said I don't follow anyone.
I said leader of men,
follow one.
follower of none. I said men.
That's true.
Mind
That's
you.
True. That's true.
So my bad for not paying attention.
No, you're good.
What?
You're doing the social media shit.
I wasn't. I was just...
She's just spacing off.
She's like, I'm bored. I'm bored.
I got your back, but I'm going to call you out,
Okay,
too.
I want to say one thing because I'm super excited that this is episode 50.
Yes.
Fucking episode 50.
Episode 50. We are geriatric now, boys.
Dude,
We have-
the golden episode.
We have as many episodes as Baby Yoda is old.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hey, the other day, this is a good chirp, and it was a team chirping their own players. The Kelowna Rockets, on their Instagram page, had a Baby Yoda standing on the ice with a Kelowna hat on and holding a hockey stick, and it goes, our entire roster, now that the month of Movember is over, now that they've all shaved again,
all shaved,
they're
they're
all
all
baby
faces.
Yodas.
Oh,
So
that's adorable.
good on you, Kelowna Rockets, because
No,
we
that-
all know it's true.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, I was on the bench the other night.
I saw you.
At an AMS game. Yeah, you did. But the trainer for the team, Zach, has had this whole Fu Manchu thing going on. And he walked out on the bench. I didn't see him before the game, but everything's going on. I look over and I did a double take, and he looks at me and he winks. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, it'll be gone in a day. So good on
Yeah,
you, Zach. That was a
that's
good game.
awesome.
That was a fun game.
That was a blast.
Because the
They
Ams,
won.
boys, you know I love you, but that's like you were 6 in a row loss. You were on a 6-game losing streak.
They needed to come out of the box.
Ooh, and I didn't think they were going to against Vancouver, man, because Vancouver's, they're up and down, but Vancouver seemed to have the Ams number the last couple years.
First of all, they literally are giants.
Oh, yeah.
They're-
Everybody's gotten bigger this year.
I'm not kidding, dude. I've never seen 18-year-old kids that are 6'6", 250.
Yeah.
It's they were
Yeah.
all huge.
Just like all Minnesota kids.
They were all Michael Rasmussens.
They were all oh gosh, what was his name? The kid
Knutson?
No, the kid from Finley that had a full mustache in 7th grade.
Rodney Worthington.
Rodney Worthington. We're playing
That just
7th grade
sounds
football.
Like a kid that would have a full mustache in
7th grade football.
Okay.
Dude has a full stash.
I'm not kidding you.
He was 27 years old
Dude,
in 7th grade.
He could buy us beer in 7th grade.
That is
The
awesome.
funniest thing about it, I'm not going to lie to you, I was riding my bike one day and saw him mowing the lawn in a black sweater
Okay.
in the middle of summer. And I was
Okay.
like, what the hell are you doing?
He
So
had
I
his
rolled
shirt
over-
off.
Yeah, he had his shirt off.
Wow.
He was straight
That's
Robin Williams.
gross.
Robin
Wow.
Williams in 7th grade.
Sweater
bro.
back.
Jeez.
Oh.
Anything you throw at him just stuck to him.
He was also the first person I knew with their nipples pierced. Rodney
Okay.
was an interesting guy.
Interesting.
Yeah, in
you got to
8th
do
grade.
something in Finley to keep
It was.
interesting.
It was.
So I-
and he used to play hockey with us.
Nice.
I'm just a little old guy from Burbank, and we're lining up against these dudes. And you have Chad Ward, who's 7'7" in 8th grade, and then you got this kid with a full beard. It's like, what are we doing here? Like,
Yeah.
we're completely outmatched.
We don't let kids graduate at Finley. We just keep them back until they're, the whole line's like,
So anyway, back to the hockey game. They were huge. They were giants,
Yeah.
literally.
Well, and the Ams had just signed, or not just signed, but they just traded for a new defenseman that a lot of people were talking about, Lucas Zazula, that they got from Kamloops. And
Zazu.
Zazu.
Morning report.
Zazu. And there was a lot of hype around him. And I'm like, oh, I've heard that name before. Yeah, he sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I looked at like his stats. Kid's like 5'8".
He's tiny.
He's tiny, and they lined him up the first game he played in. They lined him right up to Mark Lejoie, who was like 6'5".
Jesus.
It was like head. It's like, hey, and I'm like, I don't know about this kid, man. That's tiny.
Tell me he fucking Wolverine.
Yeah, but he skated like
dude.
Yeah,
The
that's
guy,
what I want to hear.
They said the one thing about him that's really important is that he can quarterback the power play really well.
Yeah.
From the first drop of the puck, not even on a power play, but you could tell the way he moves, the way he sees the ice. He's a 19-year-old defenseman. He reminded me of Jake Bean, man.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
going to throw that out there. And if there's any Ams fans listening right now, I know that's a big thing. Now, I think Bean had more of a scoring prowess. Zazula is more of one that will sit back and will quarterback your movement from the point and all that
Right.
stuff. Doesn't hold the puck long, makes very smart first passes. Didn't really make any mistakes. Held the puck really well for a 5'8" kid.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's,
so I'm excited.
That's what we need, though.
But the only other thing that pissed me off is we get him first night and then Mitchell Brown because he got in 2 fights in one game. We had 4 fights against Saskatoon last
yeah.
week.
That was fun, though.
And Saskatoon got their asses kicked in every one. It's like, when are you going to learn? Don't pick a fight.
Yeah.
They won. Saskatoon won. I have another story about that, too. But 4 fights that night, and then Friday night Brownie wasn't in the lineup because these 2 fingers are like this much padding around.
Yikes.
The pinky finger and the ring finger on his right hand have got padding just wrapped up. So
That's a
it was a good stretch of 3 hockey games in 4 nights, and to end it with a win was really good. And I hung out with the boys Sunday at an event and then Monday at an event. And they were in really good spirits.
It was great. I want to thank one of my best friends since preschool, Travis Blake. I know you're not listening, but thank you. He gave me
Maybe you should be, Travis.
He gave me 10 tickets, so we were officially sponsored by Broadmoor RV. That's
Nice.
the podcast isn't. My family was.
Yeah.
It was my son's 13th birthday, Jackson, and we had a blast, man. We brought a huge group and sat right behind section PP and the Pipers.
Hell yeah, you were you had the back end of PP there.
Yeah,
man.
we did. But no, it was a blast, man. And they came out of the booth. They scored 5 goals. They gave up a real soft goal 3 minutes into the game, and it was like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, but that was it.
And then they just controlled it, and the goalie was on his head all night long.
Talon Boyko, which we've talked a lot about Beck Warm, and Beck's my boy. I love Beck a lot, but he's a 20-year-old. He's on his way out. But Boyko, last year, looked pretty shaky as a 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
6'7".
Yeah.
145 pounds last year. He didn't know how to use his size.
Dude, there's a lot of pads there.
Exactly.
It's a wall of pads.
Now he's listed at 6'7", 180, I believe. So he's bulked up, and he's moving that size really well.
Good.
Ams were outshot like 48-23
At
in that
one
game,
point-
and they won 5-1.
Yep. At one point in the second period, we were being outshot 3-1.
Yep.
It was brutal.
It was like 18-6.
Yeah.
Yeah, was the shot total.
It
at
was
that point.
brutal.
But and the other thing too is Vancouver's goalie tandem, David Tendick.
They're not amateurs.
He's the goalie for Team Canada's junior team.
Ooh.
And he didn't start, but he came in third period
Yeah.
to try to slow things down, which I don't think he allowed a goal. There was an empty netter. But it's not like it was a scrub team, and Vancouver hasn't been on a very long like road trip or anything. It was just one of those nights where the boys
Everything clicked.
Yep,
Some beautiful goals. There was some amazing like
that one that Bush set up.
NHL 94 stuff going on. I mean, it was just
yeah.
like it was pretty. It was fun, man.
It was. I got some good footage that night. It was good stuff.
I'm just lamenting over here.
Yeah, you were supposed to be
I'm not
there.
trying to rub that one in.
No, I know.
That
But of
shit
all the
happens,
games that
dude.
you would have want to been at, that
Yeah.
would have been the one.
Yeah, I should have made Donnie go.
Whoa, no.
Donnie's not allowed at games.
I know,
Ever. Yeah,
I know.
Ever.
There's
Because they lose, right?
Yeah, every
Yes.
time.
There's a 5x7 poster of him at the will call booth.
Yeah, do
No
not let
entry.
this guy in.
No entry. So it was fun. It's good. A lot of hockey. Now they're off for a couple weeks. But the next game back at the Toyota Center is December 14th. What's that? Oh, that's our anniversary. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
and guess what has to
Never
happen
heard
that
of it.
night?
What?
He's going to go film
yeah.
down on the
I'll be
suicide
on the
box.
ice. But just
So,
until the first goal is scored.
I'm going to sit, and
Oh,
that could
that's
be the
not
whole
bad.
freaking game.
Okay, so this will be
It was-
my 5th year being on the ice for Teddy Bear Toss, and there's only been 1 year where I had to wait till the third period. In fact, 1 year the goal was scored like 30 seconds.
30
into
seconds
the
in, I
game.
was at that game.
Yeah, and that was but then I have to hang out for
Yeah.
the whole period. But
Because you can't get back
Well,
out.
you know
yeah.
what, boys?
I
If
could,
you want to
but-
come join me on, my anniversary for 18 years while my husband's filming, I mean, I got, a couple
Hey,
extra tickets.
We
where
might
are we
be able
going
to
tonight?
arrange
I'm
that.
taking her out for a steak dinner at Bud's. the night
Yeah.
before,
Oh,
so-
solid, baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Wait,
You
are we invited to that one too?
No, you're going to be at my house the night before that.
Joe Bob.
Allen's
Oh,
Wings
yeah.
and Joe Bob, baby.
Joe Bob.
Oh, Friday the 13th.
Yep,
Joe Bob.
I have to do the anniversary that night.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I know. Joe Bob.
No,
you
you
guys are
get-
like, why are you even on Garage-O-Rama,
You get
dude? You're not
to.
even really you're not a horror fan.
You
I never
back
watched Joe
that up.
Bob live, ever.
I know you don't.
Aaron,
What?
That's funny.
you don't have to do the anniversary thing. You get to do the anniversary
Well,
thing.
that's what I mean.
To the
It's not-
wives!
That was not a ball and chain thing. That was me telling
I don't
you
care
guys,
how he says it.
I can't
he has
watch,
to do
I
it.
can't watch Joe Bob that night. I'm sorry.
No,
Joe
it's all
Bob,
good.
we love you, but I'll watch the replay of it.
Dude.
So.
Oh,
Did
my
he
God.
announce? Never mind. That's a different podcast.
No, they're still guessing.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Hockey.
yeah, we're going here. The
There's
four-
your AMS rundown.
The 14th.
Yeah,
is
we just did 10
Teddy
minutes
Bear
on the
Toss.
AMs.
14th is Teddy Bear Toss. And Teddy Bear Toss season just started this past weekend. Calgary did theirs at the Saddle Dome.
Over
25,000 bears
Oh, that's awesome.
were tossed. I think I saw Kamloops did theirs. They were out delivering to the community.
Do you know who holds the
Monday.
record for that?
Yeah, Calgary. No. The Hershey
I
Bears.
was like, no.
Hershey Bears with
Yeah.
like 38,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty
Wow.
cool. That is
Yeah.
not your fun fact.
And the
either.
thing is, I've
Really?
been in
I kind
that
of
arena
expected it.
where the Hershey Bears
In
play.
Hershey, PA.
Yeah, it's right next to Hershey, the chocolate company.
Right.
Hershey
So did
Park,
they
all that
buy
stuff.
all the teddy bears for everybody?
maybe.
That could be a
They
little.
were all made of chocolate, and as they threw them,
Yeah.
they shattered on the ice everywhere.
telling
And
you.
then, and then it melted and was gross.
But
I can't count
It's
that.
ice. How would
That's
it
not
melt?
an official
I've
record.
been in that arena, and it's not as big as Calgary.
Fuck you, Anya.
It's not NHL size.
Right.
It's probably it's probably 13 or 14,000 in there,
Yeah.
and they had 38,000 bears.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of bears.
Crazy.
And the Saddle Dome fills that place for Teddy Bear Toss Night.
I'm telling you, they're handing them out at the door. I
Well,
promise you.
Well, the Americans sell them too. Like, hey,
they're
did you
selling them.
forget?
They don't.
Well,
I don't
okay,
think
donation.
they're handing them out, but most teams will have a table set up to sell them.
They do, and to donate, and the money goes towards.
Yeah, no,
the
I
player.
know. It's all for good cause. I'm
Fun.
just saying,
Dude.
38,000 bears. I think they were handing them out at the
My
door.
They might have
favorite
been.
Hershey sponsored it. They had
My
to.
favorite
I'll do
part-
some deep dive on that.
You should, and report next
Okay,
week.
sorry, Gage.
My favorite part of Teddy Bear Toss every year is there's always somebody with a big fuck off bear that's like,
That's 9 feet tall.
yeah, it's something atrocious.
The Costco one.
And then all the bears are raining onto the ice, and there's 12 schmucks standing down at the end of the ice, just fighting tooth and nail to get
Yeah.
this fucking thing over the glass.
I got
It's my favorite thing to watch in the world.
from 2 years ago because last year I wanted so badly to be at Teddy Bear Toss last year, and I. If you could see Derek's face right now.
That was
difficulties.
mortified.
Interruptions.
He was mortified.
I wanted so bad to be there, and I was feeling okay, but there was no way I was going to go and be down on the bench because I was still healing from all
Yeah.
being given a new
Yeah,
taint and all
yeah.
that shit last year. But anyway,
Bionic taint.
TMI.
It's,
you know all about it.
Yeah, dude, you go back and listen to that episode.
I actually did.
So not last year, but the year before, I had the perfect line of sight because it was right down at the end of the AMS bench
Yeah.
on that corner. You just had like 3 people on the ass end of this teddy
Just
bear.
try it.
And the head kept doing this so it
Yep.
wouldn't go up
Yep.
over. I had the perfect shot
That's
of
awesome.
it. So
My goal then is to watch for it so that
You'll get
I'll
it.
record it.
You'll
Yes.
get it.
And then I'll put it on our story for
yeah,
Instagram.
You'll get it.
That's my.
So the Hershey Bears just broke their record from last year.
Wow.
Did they have theirs this weekend?
December 2nd, yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Wait.
Look at you go.
45,650 bears this year.
Wait, they did it on a Monday
I don't know,
night?
dude. It says the article is from, so maybe it was Sunday night.
Okay, that makes sense.
45,000
Yeah,
bears.
yeah. The article's December 2nd, Monday, so it was
Sunday's
Sunday
game.
night. Yep,
Wow.
45,000 bears.
That's
Good
too many
for
bears.
you.
That's awesome, though.
It's a
All
lot of
those
bears,
bears
yeah.
going to people who don't have kids, that don't have presents and stuff.
Yeah,
on
no, it's
Christmas.
dope. It's such a wonderful thing.
Awesome.
It's
That's
the
a
best.
lot of bears.
And they go, most of them will be done by like middle of December. I did see, and this will be the second year in a row, the Seattle Thunderbirds do theirs in January. Like January 15th.
Okay.
Ish.
All right,
That's weird.
I got a plan.
Okay.
Barry Puck
Uh-huh.
sponsors a T-shirt gun, and we stuff the fucking bears in that thing
That'd be awesome.
and just launch
Wonder how
them
that would-
cocksuckers.
No, I do wonder how
Like
that
I
would
want to
work,
shoot
though.
down that
So-
Zeppelin.
So we need a bear gun.
Yeah,
Well, we could. It would be smaller teddy bears, but I'm sure we
Yeah.
could probably make it work because I think probably about that big around.
dude, I know some people that are crocheting some baby Yodas.
Oh,
We could
nice.
stuff fucking baby Yodas in
that's
there
awesome.
with little Barry
That'd be
Puck
awesome.
stickers on them, and
That
just
would be
fucking
awesome.
pow,
I love it.
dude.
Love it.
Yeah, just one shot. Just let me take that Zeppelin out. Just one
Guy
time.
always drives over to pee with that thing, so we just ping.
Yeah, dude.
Watch it go down.
Oh god,
That'd
and
be
then I'll
awesome.
scream, "Oh, the humanity!"
Yeah.
It would be so much fun.
There's a lawsuit. I love it.
Ah.
So
I'm out.
we're gonna switch gears, and
Corey's
this one,
viewpoints are not necessarily sponsored by Barry Puck Threads or Cascadia Hockey
nothing
Or
is-
Adventures
nothing
Underground.
is
or
sponsored.
anyone ever. My viewpoints are my own.
It's been an interesting couple of weeks, and I hate that. What?
You're kind of leading into this, I think.
Yeah.
And
Did you want to say something else?
well, no, I wanted to, as the guy who's been sick and out of the loop, give me the rundown on what I've been missing.
I want to just say it's hard for me right now to even take time to talk about what's going on because it's the ugly side of humanity, in my opinion.
And it's the holiday
And it's
season.
the
We don't want to
holidays.
fucking talk about
and
that.
this is, you guys know me, fucking Christmas is my favorite time of year. It's always been, it always will be. And to have this ugliness come out on the game that I love, it's really been messing with me lately. Bottom line, what's been going on is there's been a lot of accusations of abuse by coaches. Verbally, physically, a lot of stuff.
Okay.
The first one that kind of came up was Bill Peters in Calgary. There was a black player, and I don't remember the kid's name. He's like 30 now. Was in the wasn't Calgary. It was some other place where Peters was coaching, but accused him of racial slurs in an incident where he was playing music in the locker room and the coach
Oh, yeah.
racial slur about it.
Awful.
And it was kind of swept under the rug, which is that's the term I'm hearing a lot this day and age, just swept under the rug.
Well, can you really even
Carolina.
call it that? Can you really even call it
I don't
that,
know.
or it's just fucking ignored?
Both.
Like, it was so commonplace, this kind of horse shit.
Yep.
Like, that's not swept under the rug.
Right.
That's just accepted.
Right.
Okay? That's not, you know what I mean? That's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Call it out for what it is.
For sure. He was kind of the first. He has since he wrote a letter saying pretty much, yes, I did it. I felt terrible. I tried to talk to the team about it, blah, 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 10 years ago. But he has since resigned. So Bill Peters is no longer in Calgary.
And that letter was a piece of shit.
That letter was very much, I better do something here.
It was stupid.
It was
But I
the
don't necessarily know what
Rockford
it
Ice Hogs
Right,
of
that's
the
right.
AHL.
That's right.
And it's Akeem Alou.
And he is still playing? I know he played a lot in the AHL.
Right.
He had a couple of drinks of water in the NHL, if I remember right. But anyway, that is neither here nor there. No matter who he said it to. Then a lot of accusations have been coming out against Mike Babcock.
I have not heard this one.
I didn't hear much about it till last night. Lots of verbal abuse.
Verbal abuse, as in "get off, you ass, you stupid monkey," or what?
Oh, well, that would be verbal abuse.
Yeah, but
depending on who you're saying it to.
True.
Do we need to issue an apology?
Like, I get what you were going for there.
No. She's calling monkey to whoever.
I know.
I get it, but
I know.
fuck.
Okay.
No.
Oh, my God.
You know what? If somebody wants to call me racist, they can go fuck themselves.
No,
because I got a fucking black son who I love. What are you
I
going to
know.
do? Fuck y'all.
I
That's
know.
all I got to say. You just fuck people.
No, listen to me.
I'm so
Listen to
over
me.
this
Anya,
goddamn words that we have to
Anya.
say.
Anya,
Or not say.
Anya,
Yes.
nobody is accusing you of racism. But that, come on,
No, we're good. We're good.
You know what? Delete it. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not. We're good. We're good. We're making a point here. And Babcock, I forget. Chris Chelios has said that Babcock was rough on Johan Franzen. Actually, said that he had a mental breakdown because of Babcock's words, and Franzen was dealing with a concussion. And this was Detroit time.
Yeah.
Franzen was dealing with a concussion, and Babcock kept riding him. He's kicked people on. No, that was Mark Crawford. That's a whole other person.
Yep.
Mark Crawford's now on leave from the Chicago Blackhawks right now under investigation for kicking
a player on the bench.
Yep. Danny Carcillo.
Okay, so
I know.
So now hockey's
now
starting to
is
be
that
pussies.
Okay. I'm on your page right here.
And this is So I tweeted this morning. The game is changing, and you don't fuck with tradition. Are two sentiments that I'm hearing right now. How do we make both of these work?
You don't yell racist slurs,
That's very true.
and if the coach slaps you, you were probably fucking up.
Yeah.
Okay, move on.
I know. There's a lot. So I've always been under the impression that hockey players are some of the toughest sons of bitches out there because they literally will die on the ice and then come back second period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the one guy in Dallas died in warm-ups. Literally, they revived him in the dressing room, and he's like, "All right, I'm ready to go."
It's ridiculous.
They're like, "No, you're going to the hospital." But he wanted to come back and play.
Yeah.
That's some tough sons of bitches right there.
Right.
Now, all this stuff is starting to come out that a lot of them might not be as tough as what I thought they were. And it's fucking with me right
Okay,
now.
that's
That's funny. I'm just reading an article about
Why are you on your phone?
because I'm reading
Thank
about
you.
Mike Babcock because it's just interesting. Former Detroit Red Wings forward. I can't pronounce
Talking
his
to
first
the
name.
mic.
Johan
Johan
Franzen.
Franzen.
Johan, okay.
Franzen.
Said that he's the worst person I ever
Talking
met.
to the mic.
Sorry, I'm trying to read and do it. Says in an interview, he described Babcock as a great coach, but he's a terrible person, the worst I ever met. He's a bully who is attacking people. It could be a cleaner. Yeah, I don't understand how they wrote that. It could be cleaner at the arena in Detroit or anybody.
It could be a cleaner.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I
okay.
read that article too.
He
was
would
pretty
lay
much
into
saying he
people-
would berate anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Says one person, or is it multiple? people?
And
There's
Chris Chelios
been
is one
multiple.
that's
Yeah.
backed that
There's
up.
Madonna. It goes clear back to Mike
Did
Madonna.
Madonna-
Absolutely.
Did he talk about it?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's
Mike Commodore You guys go look up Mike Commodore. Oh, the shit he has thrown Babcock for a decade,
Right.
dude. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to
Well,
interrupt
so
you there.
there's a difference between a militaristic style management or coaching style
Yeah,
and just straight up abuse.
yeah,
And with as many people coming out with these stories that it's too hard to ignore at this point,
yeah,
I would say that he probably crossed that line.
yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that they're not tough.
Right.
That doesn't mean, it just means that the world is evolving and that kind of stuff just doesn't work anymore.
Well,
if you can't evolve with it, you're Blockbuster Video.
So-
Yeah.
And they're getting rid of the Blockbuster Videos.
So you've got the what you're mentioning here. What I think you're getting at is we have to be able to move forward with being tough, with being hardened, without the toxic side of it,
Right.
which is the balance that people don't understand how to do.
Okay, that's a good word right there that I'm concerned with is balance.
I
Yeah.
have a
That's what I'm
problem with
concerned with.
tough. The definition of tough in
What's-
2019 is not the same as 1950.
Okay.
In 1950, you broke your arm
Yeah.
and you didn't tell anybody about it because you wanted to be tough.
Yeah.
Well, those people that grew up in 1950 are now the ones that we're having issues with
Yeah.
because they weren't brought up to be able to talk about things
Okay.
like their feelings and all this kind of crap.
Yeah.
And without going way too deep in like psychoanalysis on it, my definition of tough in 2019 is being able to step up and say, hey, this isn't the right way to treat people. And I'm not okay with it, and I'm not going to bury it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So these guys, these dinosaurs, I'm going to call them dinosaurs, the Mike Babcocks of the world, the Don Cherries of the world, there's no place for that anymore.
Yeah.
It's a different world.
So I do agree definitely with you on the fact that toughness is also mental toughness, and we should be able to talk about things that are going on. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to have conversations about it. A lot of people would say, if you're in touch with your feelings, you're not tough. I do not agree with that. I consider myself a pretty tough person. I've got some thick skin. I got no problem sitting down and talking to my kids for 2 and 3 hours at a time about what's bothering them, what's on their minds, and all that sort of stuff. But you're right. The problem is these conversations are not being had at all.
Right. So, sure.
And that is an issue. And you're right, there are lines. Just because a line is... Having lines does not mean you're not tough. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people would say you have to be tough and not have a line. And we're not talking about special forces tough here. That's a different... That's different. I'm not relating the everyday common man or woman to like special forces people. That's a different... Those motherfuckers are crazy. I love them for what they do.
Right.
Because they look crazy in the eye and they take care of it so that we don't have to worry about it. God bless our military. But it's balance.
Yeah.
I'm not scared. I'm concerned that somebody is going to take the pendulum all the way to the other side.
Which is always what happens.
Exactly.
It's knee-jerk reaction.
Before
every
it
time.
swings back to
Exactly.
the middle.
And cancel culture, I can't fucking stand it.
Yep.
It goes, and Kwame opened my eyes to a lot of things with what he said a couple weeks ago. It's let's have these conversations, not just pull the trigger on getting rid
Educate.
of people. You don't
Exactly.
just toss people aside.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, see, that's the thing is that comes down to our disposable society. As it is, everything's disposable. Everything,
Absolutely.
including people.
Absolutely.
And that's how we end up where we are. Okay,
That's very
as a nation, and not, like I don't want to get super political, but I'm saying mass shootings don't happen when people value people. Okay,
you're absolutely right.
Everything is disposable to this time and place.
Yep.
Okay, that's what we painted ourselves into that corner.
Yep.
Well, it's time to put some footprints in the paint, and to get out of where we're at, you have to be able to be sensitive enough to understand and put into understanding that people don't need to be, it can't be treated a certain way.
Respect goes both ways.
Yeah, exactly. And you can still get the best out of people without ruining them.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, on the flip side of that, is everybody swinging too far to you can't say anything and you're oversensitive?
Some people
We
are.
just freaked out because Anya said monkey.
Yeah.
Okay?
I like monkeys.
Because we're indoctrinated to know that, think of that as a racial slur.
Well, then what does that say to me when I don't think of it that way?
No, I don't. I call my kids monkeys all the time.
I
You
do
crazy
too.
monkeys?
I
Yep.
call them monkeys. All I have since the day they were born.
Right.
Yep.
And I find myself now in public
You won't say it.
Yeah.
or stopping myself in certain situations because I can't take the chance that somebody's going to misconstrue what I'm
That's the-
saying.
That's the part that pisses me
Right.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Walking
So
on
it,
eggshells with society.
it all comes down to we have to find balance.
But what is that balance and where is that line? Because
That's
that's
we're a fucking hockey podcast. We're not going to get to a
Yeah, right. We can't solve that today.
the
but-
hockey world is working out that balance right now.
Sure.
In my opinion.
yeah, by firing
Unfortunately-
everybody.
well-
Hey, guys,
no,
guys.
nobody's been fired.
Snow's
it just
calling.
says-
You want me to embarrass her?
It just says Babcock was fired.
Well, but Babcock wasn't fired. Babcock wasn't fired.
Guess
for
what
that
we're
reason.
doing?
Hey,
Snow.
She just.
Hi guys, goodbye you guys. I hate when you do that.
I know you do. That's why I did it.
Fair enough.
I love you.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
So unfortunately,
Babcock wasn't fired for that reason, though. He was fired because Toronto sucks.
well, yeah.
which
or-
that doesn't make me upset.
or
I'm glad.
partially,
but now reports have come out that Babcock was riding Mitch Marner in that direction of just totally fucking the kid up in the head.
So
But what was said? Nobody's
that's the
saying.
thing.
So, like, how can we even make judgment? Because right now, I look at it and I just think they're a bunch of pussies.
the fact that they're not saying what
I love
it is
you so much. You're amazing.
tells me that it was probably really, really, really bad.
Or it was nothing and they're just pussies.
I don't know.
See, that's the other
I
part.
don't
of it,
know.
too.
I don't
How
know
many-
either.
How is there weakness and issues there that are causing people to want to hop on a train where there's smoke but there's no fire? You know what I'm saying? They think they see smoke, so they make. And I'm playing the devil's
Yeah.
advocate here. In the Me Too movement, how many things came out that were not true? There was just so many people that wanted to accuse, and their accused didn't do anything wrong, and those things just kind of got ignored. How much of that might be happening now? I look at somebody like
It's
Danny
impossible to
Carcillo.
know.
Danny Carcillo is a very polarizing figure in the world of hockey. He's been a strong advocate that the NHL is fucked up and that the NHL stole his memories away because they never diagnosed him correctly with concussions and CTE and all this stuff.
Isn't that a separate issue though?
My point exactly.
Okay.
It is a separate issue, but now he's hopping on this conversation saying, "Oh, see, I told you guys, NHL doesn't care. Coaches don't care. People don't care." Really? I'm pretty sure you're in the position you're in right now because of what the NHL gave you, that platform. You chose to play a sport, a contact sport that you knew was dangerous. Now, granted, 20 years ago, you might not have known how dangerous. There's been a lot of research done in the last 20 years
Sure.
Yeah.
on
You know what,
concussions.
question?
And as a parent of a football player who's had a concussion and he didn't want to admit he had a concussion, you see how it affects people, and it scares the shit out of you, man, because your brain, when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
You don't get that shit back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just, and that's a whole nother discussion. But how many people are hopping on it just because they have a beef with the NHL right now?
Are these people who are not currently playing
No.
speaking out?
Well, Chris Chelios has played for like 50 years. I mean, the guy played till
but
he
he's
was-
still actively playing. Like he's on a team
no,
playing.
he's like 50-some
So
years old.
Franzen?
Johan Franzen.
Johan.
He's
Johan.
He's
not. He's
retired,
an
right?
ex
Yeah.
Red Wing.
He was an older. This is
So all these
Babcock
people-
hasn't coached in Detroit since what?
2015 was the last that I read.
That's right, because he had 4.5 years in Toronto.
Yeah.
So we're talking at least 5 years ago.
But all these players coming out saying these coaches are bad guys, in essence.
The kid that
They
called
are not
Peters
currently
out.
playing.
The kid that
Yeah.
called Peters out, I'm pretty sure, is still playing somewhere.
So if I understand correctly, current players who were under these bad guy coaches, probably can't say anything because of their
Oh, absolutely
contract.
not. Absolutely
So
not.
we're not going to hear real stuff and if it's still continuing
or current stuff.
or current stuff.
And
because of
Crawford's thing,
Yeah.
the Crawford in Chicago, I believe the accusations against him are from his time in Vancouver,
So
which was years ago.
That's another part of it is I doubt these people are like, I doubt Mike Madonna is sitting on his couch thinking, yeah, I need to call somebody and talk about this.
I agree.
he can't.
People are reaching out to them.
Yeah.
And they're being asked questions, and they're just answering these questions. So it's not like, a rush of people coming out of the,
Yeah.
people are contacting them and saying, hey, you knew Babcock during this time period. Did you ever witness this behavior? And he's like, oh, yeah. He's
Yeah,
probably
all the
like,
time.
oh, yeah, all the time. It was terrible.
That was Babs.
So it's not like there's just a mass. But here's the problem with anything, with safety innovations, with anything. Unfortunately, before we had airbags, a lot of people died, right? Things don't change until something really, really bad happens.
Yeah.
yeah.
So unfortunately, some of these guys, because the NHL was obviously slow to react,
Yeah.
a lot of this stuff has been going on. Let's not kid ourselves.
Sure.
It's coming out now, and there's going to be some bodies hitting the floor before things get better.
Well, the fact of the matter is somebody like Bill Peters will probably never coach again in the NHL.
Was he a good coach? Out of
I don't know a
curiosity?
lot about Peters. He was the coach last year in Calgary, and they were the top seed in the West, and they were doing pretty well this year too. So I don't know him very well. His past. Mark Crawford has won a Stanley Cup.
You know what's
with
interesting?
Colorado,
Yeah.
which I'm sure that doesn't make you upset to see him go.
No, not at all.
No, but he was coaching Patrick Waugh in Colorado back in '96, I believe. When
Yeah.
they won.
Yep. Yep.
Patty Waugh
Patty
said
Roy.
one of my favorite lines ever. I can't really hear what Jeremy has to say because I have my 2 Stanley Cup rings plugged in my ears.
Yeah.
That was like one of the best lines ever in hockey.
Fucking Roy.
Yeah, fucking Roy. But yeah, so I mean, these are coaches that have done. I mean, it's Mike Babcock. He's won cups. He was your boy for the longest time in Detroit.
Yeah, he was.
Spokane. He was 6 years coaching Spokane.
Yep.
Back before he went to Detroit.
So we don't actually know what was done. We just know that he was a bad man.
No, and I don't think that us, the general public, should ever truly know, because I still think there's that whole, the locker room is a sacred place.
Yeah.
It should be handled internally. And
yeah.
that brings me to my point of Ron Francis. Now, Ron Francis is being accused of knowing that Bill Peters was doing this stuff in Carolina and not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
Francis says he was made aware of the incident. He did talk to Peters, and then that was the last he heard about it.
Yeah.
Nothing was ever brought to his attention again. And of course, that was years and years and years ago, and now Francis is in Seattle as the GM right now of the yet-to-be-named Seattle Kraken Buck Fish
Release the Kraken.
salmon
How far are we?
totems.
Who knows? They'll
What do
probably
you mean,
announce
when they're
it
gonna
the
announce
day
it? Now they just
the
say
first game.
first quarter or first half of 2020.
Oh, fuck off.
Which
We'll
would
probably
be-
find out the day they play. The
Fuck
first.
off.
Welcome. By the way, we're called. Go spend your money.
Oh, dude, come on. You are leaving money on the barrelhead.
For real.
Right on. Come on.
We get you,
got
want
a
to get it
team.
right, but you're going to get it right. Just
Yeah.
do it.
Are we switching topics?
Yeah, right
can't
now
go back
I'm
to that.
fucking mad about this.
No, but I think my beef right now is just, look, Derek, you're absolutely right. There has to be a level of respect. It's not just I'm the coach, what I say goes. You deal with my shit if you want to play. That can't happen. And that creates a very toxic environment. And the people that are pissed off at hockey and look at it as just a bunch of white guy jocks, they have some legs to stand on with that thought because of the perception that has come out in the last several decades.
Yeah.
This is hockey's opportunity to get it right. This is hockey's opportunity to say maybe or yes, that is how it was. This is how it's going to be.
They need to move fast because it's
We're still yeah, that's the other thing too. You can't drag this on
right.
for
They
5
need
years.
to react. Whether it's, I don't even know what it is. Seminars, community outreach. I don't know how they do it, but
Don't react by fucking firing everyone, okay? That's not the way to do it. Let's have conversations about this. Because there's still a lot of players out there that are super tough. But I gotta be honest, I look at a player like Austin Matthews, I don't see him as tough. I see him as an emo kid, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, look, there's a
I'm just, I'm saying he's a
it.
good, great hockey player, but I look at Austin, I'm like, yeah, he ain't tough.
there's a
get
complete
it.
difference between that was a
And
shitty
perception.
play, get your ass on the bench, to Arlie Ermy dressing down
Gomer Pyle.
Gomer Pyle,
Yeah.
Private Pyle in a
Full Metal
movie,
Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. Sorry, it's early.
I got
still.
you. I got you.
You know what I mean? And so these reports coming out make me think it's
More Arlie Ermy.
more Arlie Ermy
Yeah.
than,
Which is not
hey,
acceptable
hey,
in a
shithead, that was
sport.
stupid. Go
Right.
sit on the bench.
That's not acceptable in sport. It's sport. It's a game.
Right.
You don't. If somebody has to put that much into it that you're literally trying to mentally ruin a human being,
Okay.
Corey's head's about to explode.
No, I just flipped devil's advocate on some of this.
okay.
Okay, and this is again, I don't know that this is my opinion, but I will argue a point.
My head's telling me it could be.
But it just came from the ozone, and
you're what you're saying. Oh, this. Okay, look, it's a game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game. It's a game. We understand that. It's a game where a lot of fucking money's on the line.
Absolutely.
Okay, lots of money.
Absolutely.
And the coach's career is based on the players.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
He has to put W's up.
right.
Okay.
Or it's a fucking embarrassment.
Or it's a fucking embarrassment. Absolutely, dude. Okay, so is the coach fucking kicking the garbage can and screaming it's fucking embarrassing?
That's fine because he's not kicking a human being.
Okay, that's all right. Fine. Fucking yeah.
fair point.
Fair.
But
Fair
I'm-
point.
be fair.
To be fair. So what I'm getting at is I can see where the stress level of these guys who are making money, who aren't making as much money as the gentleman making the plays,
Right.
who could be fucking it off,
Right.
to get wrapped up and be like, if you don't get this straight, I'm going to give you a Sicilian necktie with your own fucking skate. Like, I get
Fair.
that. I understand that.
Fair.
And that, but
Mental toughness.
right.
If you are not mentally tough to be able to rein yourself in, and this is coming from a human being with a background of rageful anger.
Yeah.
And this is me being extremely open and honest here. I mean, anger for just the sake of being angry all the time when I was younger. I learned at some point I've got to be stronger than that because of
Right.
the people around me, because of those that are important to me that can't experience that. And I think that that's where you're absolutely right that there's a lot of pressure on these coaches.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Some of them are making more than the guys that they're coaching. I've seen some of the salaries.
Sometimes.
Some of them, I looked and said, well, that's all he's making?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But all I'm saying with that is I'm not making that an excuse. Like I said, it's an argument that popped into my head.
Absolutely.
But I think calling a game is when you're playing at this level, the amount of money on the line from the owners, from the head office, from it trickles down with a lot of fucking force.
Sure it does. Sure it
Is
does.
what I'm saying.
Absolutely. It does. But maybe that's where us as a sports society need to rethink.
No,
we're
I'm not
treating
arguing
this.
that point.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, again.
And as a fanatic of the game, I truly believe that there's a lot of things that us fans do that we're very hypocritical about.
Yeah.
Things like me saying it's just a game, but then also being pissed off if they don't win.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, it just is it really just a game?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a whole
Some
nother
of the things
conversation.
I've said to referees is just unforgivable.
Jeez, man. You know how hard it is to be from here to here with a referee that you don't agree with and have to not say something?
Yeah.
Happens a few times a year for me. And then I get up to the seat and I'm like, God damn it, this is what I wanted to say to fucking Shively because that fucker, he got my fucking shot. That
Hey,
piece
speaking of
shit.
Shively, I haven't seen him all season.
Oh, Shively hasn't shown up again this year. So, anyway.
He's having penis problems. That's not confirmed. I'm just causing problems.
Why not?
Can confirm.
We're chirping the refs, man. Too much fun. There's a lot of things.
I feel like the wind just got sucked out of this room, man.
I do too. And I think that like everything that we're saying here, we're all on the same page coming at it from different directions. I think we can all agree that balance is something that has to be sought out
Absolutely.
here.
Absolutely.
Just a general respect for human beings does not mean you're not tough.
If only there was one. that could return balance to the Force.
Neo.
Ain't
I saw
Babcock,
that movie.
that's for sure. Ain't Babcock.
Ain't Babcock.
Ain't Bab. Sorry, buddy. And I know there's some people here in this area that could be listening to this that are.
He's got cock in his name. What do you expect?
But he's got friends here that could be listening to
in
this
low
right now.
places.
Well, we'd like to hear from you guys.
Yeah, if you guys
What's your-
have anything to say, let us know.
Right.
Man. I mean, I don't know the guy. I don't know him
Right.
personally. These are all reports, and that's the other thing too. This isn't a witch hunt for me. I hope
I hate
a
that
lot
term.
of people are like, "Why is there all these investigations going on? Why don't you just fire them and get it over with?" I'm like, well, A,
We don't know what's the case.
well, exactly, and that leads to my A point of labor laws. You can't just fire a lot of these guys because of contractual obligations and all this sort of shit. You're opening yourself up for lawsuits
Yeah.
if you do that. B, when did it turn into guilty until proven innocent?
About 10 years ago,
I
and
know.
it's getting old.
I know.
And even then, you're not proved. You're not innocent.
Yeah.
Because you got your name dragged
Yeah,
on the
the
mud.
the accusation is enough to ruin a lot
the
of
court
people.
of public opinion is a nasty one. And
Yeah.
I'm being reminded, this is nothing new, that movie coming out, Richard Jewell,
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood movie,
Yeah.
about the guy from the 96 Atlanta bombing.
Oh,
at
yeah.
the
Oh,
Olympics
yeah.
there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was one that was court of public opinion, and it turned out he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you ever seen the Orville? Seth MacFarlane's Star Trek show?
No, I know about it. I've never seen it.
There's an episode of that show where they go to this planet that is essentially us, where social media runs everything, and your entire life is based on likes.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, you go to the restaurant and there's a touchscreen. It's like, did you like this person? Did they help you? You know, and you hit the like. When you downvote, those downvotes like fuck up your score. And if you go below a certain point, you go to prison and then are executed. Like, you have to keep this social media public opinion. And I was like,
Which obviously that's
now
the
I understand
extreme,
this is a
but-
farce version of it,
Right.
but that's exactly the course we've put ourselves
Absolutely.
on with the court of public opinion.
Absolutely.
And I mean, we do this online, and do social media and
Yeah.
do like this is the court of public opinion. People listen to us or they don't.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But you can't live and breathe by that. You have to have fact.
Yeah.
You have to have truth.
Yeah.
And that's something we neglect over and over and over. So these accusations that are coming forth, I don't doubt them,
Yeah.
but I need them confirmed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I shy away from throwing people under the bus right away. And not only do I shy away from it, I totally disagree with it. I truly believe in the premise of guilt or innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
You're going to accuse somebody of something major. That's fine. You've got to bring the evidence to show,
Yeah.
and then decisions will be made.
With that,
OJ, you motherfucker, you got off. I'm sorry. The evidence was there. You had a good lawyer's team, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah, when you put 5 rubber gloves on and then try to put a leather glove over it and be like, oh, it doesn't fit. You must have quit.
Must have quit.
You know, I mean, dude, that is a fucking...
Derek's like, did we just go down that
That's a
path?
goddamn 30-year-old reference. That's so funny. Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's wrong. What is wrong now is just the social media world.
Yes.
I cannot stand it. And like my fucking degree is in internet marketing.
Yeah.
I cannot stand marketing online and the I watch my and if we're gonna go this far into it, just like our kids. You know, it's like
Jesus.
I mean, at least mine and my teenagers and stuff like that, it's like everything online. It's all online. And it's like there's a former person I used to work for that when she would post something on her Facebook or Instagram, if she didn't get at least 10 likes in 5 minutes, she deleted it.
Jesus.
And I'm like, first of all, social media is about building relationship. And I'm like,
But see, that's the thing.
Oh,
you're
that's gone.
You're
yeah.
right, but I hate that because that right there has become the alternative to real relationship.
Absolutely.
You guys are my boys. This is my wife, my kids, that one-on-one. I love nothing more than sitting down in a dark corner of the bar and having a conversation with somebody and
Right.
that's how I've always gotten to know people. I don't fucking know you by online. Now, we were talking about this the other day, the West Side Story podcast that we do with Dan. I've never met Dan face to face before.
Right.
Dan's never met me. I mean, there's been plenty of opportunity where it should have worked out, but we didn't. But so a lot of people will say, well, you're benefiting from social media and all that with that guy. Yes, but I could sit down with Dan and find out he's a psychopath. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. He could sit down with me
He
and
could
think
actually
I'm a
be
psychopath.
Dexter. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Dan, if you're Dexter, that's cool. Just
Good on you, Dan.
We're good people.
good on you. Good on you, Dan. I got some lists for you.
Next week on the Underground.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, so social media and the connected world, there are definitely advantages to it. There's people that I've kept in contact with that I would not otherwise.
Yeah.
But it's not a replacement for real human interaction.
Dude, okay, so you want to find an example of this? This is Black Friday record store day.
Yeah.
I was down in the record store. Derek wasn't there. I don't know if you know that, but Derek wasn't there. But a buddy of mine,
What?
Allegedly.
Dustin Bear, it was a big shout out to Dustin. Dustin lives down in Portland. Showed up. It's the first time I've seen the kid in 20 years.
Wow.
Right? And I'm sure I'm friends with him on fucking everything.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken a word to this man in 20 years.
Yeah.
At least. We had a 3-hour conversation.
And that's
That's
the
awesome.
best.
Yeah, was absolutely stellar.
Yeah.
Was so glad to reconnect. We were talking about stuff that I hadn't thought of in 20 years,
Yep.
20 years plus.
Yep.
You know, but I mean, it was just like reality, visceral, physical reality
Yeah.
is something that our stupid monkey brains needs.
Yep.
And we've tried so hard to replace it. And then we wonder why everybody wants to die.
Yeah.
Okay? This whole thing is like, and it happens fucking quick, man.
Yeah.
Social media has been a part of our lives for a decade.
You go to MySpace, it's been even longer.
Okay.
Like 2005. I'm just
Yeah,
saying. isn't
but,
it like
okay, 15 years. Dude, a decade to me is still the 90s.
I don't know why that was just so funny that
I don't know why that was funny either. I don't know what happened there.
Like I said, a decade. When I say 10 years ago, I mean 1991. I say that all the time. But I understand that. But what I'm saying is this is a very short
Yeah.
span of time
In the realm of
that has the entire scope of Earth has fucking changed in the way everything is done. Some of it very much for the better.
absolutely.
A lot of it for the detriment.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And so, again, it's just we run into everything like,
Yeah.
monkeys.
Yeah.
You actually said monkey and nobody said shit.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's-
say monkey and everybody flips the fuck out.
That's sexism. Because
I actually did like a double take, like nobody's gonna say anything.
no, but I mean,
What are you looking at me for? I didn't say anything in the first place. So we're not going to delete it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And I used it.
I know, probably.
but I mean, literally, like primates just fucking
Yeah.
jerking off in the fucking trees.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I mean, at the end of the day,
I know
wow,
when I do that, people like freak out.
hey, not me. I support your right to jerk off in trees. You just got to quit doing it at the playground.
Jesus.
Too far.
I know.
Have
Why-
a holly jolly Christmas.
Why do you let me do this? I'm so sorry, Derek. Derek is not a pederast.
See, it's a
It's fine.
conversation, and he said sorry,
What's a
and it's
pederast,
forgiven.
Walter?
We're not going to axe him from the podcast now.
We're not going to ask him to leave.
I said axe,
Ask him to leave.
axe,
Yeah, like give him the chop.
like chop him off.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed.
Oh my God,
It's
I love
like-
this
no.
show. We haven't like
How do they-
so
You're not.
hockey.
You're not supposed to do that.
So what?
Apparently,
I completely got derailed. I don't
Sorry.
know what the fuck my point
You were
was.
talking about social media, how it's turned everything upside down.
Well, it's because we're still tactile creatures.
Absolutely.
We're still primates. We're still
Yeah, for
monkeys.
sure.
Okay. We're apes, but whatever. It's what it comes down to is we have to stop neglecting that aspect.
right.
And sports is one of the things that still connects us in
Yep.
that way
Yep.
to that id. And now it's not necessarily the end all be all, but it is something tangible that's still there.
Absolutely.
And if we cut that off too, like there's a worrisome point in that. But what I'm getting at is we need to evolve, but we haven't figured it the fuck out.
True. And we've been highly distracted by other things to help to
That don't fucking matter.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
distractions have taken away from what's important. Hopefully, because we have spent a lot of time talking about this, but hopefully these conversations, hopefully these situations turn into real conversations amongst human beings face to face that change some things for the better. And we find a balance. We find a balance between the business that is a multi-billion-dollar business and the humanity of the people that are involved with this business.
Also, like and subscribe.
Yeah. Also, like and subscribe, share, do your thing. We're everywhere.
We have to. We're denigrating the world that we live in, but we know we have to use it to survive.
But
at this point.
to flip that around, if social media didn't exist, there's no way I could have started a hockey apparel company. I would have had the capital to go and get a building, a brick and mortar, and all that sort of stuff.
That's literally what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. So that's where I have to say that's the balance.
We're all whores here. It's,
absolutely,
I understand.
Absolutely.
We don't have to like it, but we have to suck the dick of corporate.
Yep, absolutely. Got to play that game.
Yeah.
You just got to.
Yeah.
Can you
but you
fix
know
my
what?
cupboard?
All
It
this
goes-
conversation. That's just gross.
Oh, it's still making that noise.
This conversation makes me think about like the camaraderie. Say the word.
You said camaraderie.
Come on
Just
the
when you're
rod.
at the game, though. I mean, there's no place that I've ever been to that when I go to a game, a live hockey game, doesn't matter if I know them or not, they're giving you high fives when your team scores.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And there's nothing like that feeling.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is ruining that. Or it could potentially ruin that.
Could.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what
So
I'm
I think
worried about.
I hope they find the balance because I don't know the balance.
Well, you don't want to politicize it.
Not at
because
all.
Then people start taking sides.
Absolutely.
And the division comes through.
And that's already started
and you know
to
what?
happen in a lot of ways.
And that's what you get from us is you get discourse, thoughtfulness, and dick and fart jokes. That's what we bring you every
69.
week.
You're not supposed to make everything political.
Fuck no.
I love that. Supposed to. You're not supposed to do that.
So that's just to say, come support local hockey and go to your fucking games.
So in our last couple of minutes here, last week were going to talk about what we were thankful about, and that didn't get a whole chance. What does that look for? Derek's like, what? What?
Nothing.
Who?
I'm anticipating.
Okay. What we were thankful for. I'm going to start real quick. We're
Yeah.
past Thanksgiving, but I think we can always be thankful for something.
I think we should do this every episode.
It shouldn't be one day a year.
Absolutely.
mean-
It's like Veterans Day. Let's support the veterans every day. But anyway, I'm thankful to be here, a part of this. This is the highlight of my life is being able to talk about the game that I love and
Yeah.
to be able to try to build a culture and a product for the game that I love. And I'm thankful that a year ago-ish, that was all up in the air. I didn't know if I was ever going to be back.
Yeah.
You know? Was this December 3rd today? So things were better at that point. But the week before that, we didn't know what was going to happen. I'm thankful for it. And I'm thankful that this Thanksgiving, I was able to spend it with my kids, whereas last year I didn't. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Hell yeah.
I'm thankful for you guys. Derek, I'm thankful for the friendship that we've built over the last few months. I feel
Heck
like
yeah.
I've known you for a long time.
Yeah, man.
Babe, I'm thankful for you. I'm not going to list all the things about you I'm thankful for because I would get in a lot of trouble.
Accurate.
But I'm glad you're a part of this now. I'm very thankful for that.
that I'm finally on board.
That you're finally on board and I don't have to explain a whole lot of things to you anymore.
I think
'cause you're
I annoy
finding
him
them out
now.
for yourself.
I think I annoy him now because we're wanting to play, Call of Duty, Black Ops, and I'm like watching the game for the WHL. Like, look at their score.
Yeah. So that's mine.
Awesome.
That's where I'm at. There's a lot more, but that's the big stuff right now. And I called him out because I've known you forever, and we've been boys for a long
We
time.
started this shit.
Yeah,
You
for
know.
real.
That's true. Wasn't it
So-
just you two?
50
Yeah, it was
episodes
us.
ago.
It was the two of us sitting in your office. Yeah.
Sweating our asses off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep
July.
our kids and dog quiet while
Yeah.
you're in there.
Turning off the air conditioner and then fucking having to take a break every 15 minutes to turn it on for half an hour.
Those episodes are no longer
Is that what you were doing in there?
on the
Yeah.
internet, but I do still have all those episodes.
Yeah.
And they sound
They were
fun.
We
fun.
have to go and pull some clips out
From
and,
the
maybe
archives.
share it.
They're
Yep,
there.
we'll have to do that.
Yeah, the early days of Cascadia, which, dude, I'm thankful for, first and foremost, I got to be thankful for one Miss Snow, Jay Gaston.
Yeah.
She is my rock, and she takes care of everything. And I couldn't do the amount of nonsense that I do without her. She really facilitates my ability to do things like this and talk for a living and talk to people that I love about things that I love. And it's the only fucking thing I've ever been good at. So, like, I really appreciate that she affords me that ability and that opportunity to chase those dreams. Next, I do a lot of fucking podcasts, so I'm thankful for that board and these microphones.
Yeah.
And the group of fuckers who have joined with me to go down this path that 6-7 years ago was a pipe dream that I didn't know was going to work. And now we do 2 together. We do 3 together. We do this one, but I mean, like, it's it's huge to me to be able and most importantly, beyond that, I'm thankful to every fucking download, every single person who has taken the time to listen and say, "Hey, I like the cut of your guys' jib." Like, that's fucking huge for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're all introverted. Well, I'm kind of extroverted. Derek's kind of extroverted. But, I mean, a bunch of us are introverted nerds.
Yeah.
And we're kind of cut off from a lot of society. And so this is our friends coming together and talking and hopefully providing you that hour of conversation with your friends that you didn't get to have this week because you were stuck in fucking traffic.
Yep.
Or because, you know what I mean? For the guys downloading Cascadia all around the world, fucking thank you guys.
Thank you.
We love this game and we love you.
Yep.
And that's my soapbox. D.
Love it.
Yeah, a lot of the same sentiments. Obviously, I'm extremely thankful for Mr. and Mrs. McMurray over there.
Yeah.
It's been great getting
Dude,
to know
Mrs.
you guys.
McMurray is Winona Earp. I just found that out this week.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
come on, man.
I'd never seen the show. I've seen it.
So it's been great getting to know you guys over the past few months. Like I said, Aaron on Garage a little bit longer, but Anya, you're awesome. I can see why he has his shit together. Clearly, it's because of you.
It ain't because of me.
Obviously, my family is
We're
huge.
all man babies. We can't survive without our
Yeah, no,
wives.
clearly not. I couldn't even put the same color socks on.
She has
You're
literally-
wearing the same color socks?
She has
Yeah,
literally wiped my ass several times. So
But yeah, my family's huge. My boys, they keep me going. Obviously, my wife, and she works extremely hard so that I could do my career, which allows me the levity and free time to be able to come here a couple hours a week and hang out. It is a hangout. As you become an adult, some of the best times in my life were in high school and, after, where we had no responsibilities and you just got together with your friends literally every day. They were your family and you hung out, and those were the best times ever. And when you become a responsible adult, you don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have a creative outlet to be able to come to and talk about things and just hang out. So I hope everyone enjoys it.
Well, we know like 2 people do.
At least 2.
At least 2, right?
12.
Or is it 4?
4.
4. Okay.
Actually, I gotta say, November was our best month.
You want to know why?
Anya.
I truly believe that, man. It's really started to pick up. We've got a lot more reviews and likes, and we had one that was a 4-star review, not a 5-star. I had to rethink my whole existence at that.
Oh, I'm like, fuck off, fuckers.
Actually, I think it was a 3-star. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's
Well,
probably
they
'cause we
must-
say
they're probably,
fuck,
No, it's probably
fuck.
because they're Chiefs fans.
Oh.
No, dude, they're Blackhawk fans.
We hate the
We don't want
Blackhawks.
them to
No, but
listen
seriously,
anyways.
I'm thankful for where it's gotten to. I'm thankful for some of the friends that I've built in the game, and all that stuff. I've totally just fucking skipped over.
Yeah, you
that.
did.
Yeah.
You fucking
Right.
prick.
God,
I'm thankful for being here.
are you?
Yeah.
No, honestly, I am. I'm
You have a
thankful
whole
that
monologue.
You boys don't mind me being here
Dude.
because I don't know a lot about hockey. I haven't followed the game as much or as long as the 3 of you together, but I love that you guys have accepted me on.
But your fresh enthusiasm for it is so
Yeah.
fucking good.
Oh, good. Awesome.
Like, I mean,
I bring some pretty killer fun facts.
Talk about balance. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what
it's
you got to have balance in everything,
don't
right?
True
want
story.
a bunch of 40-year-old dudes that have known this game for 20 years.
So just an
30
almost
years.
40-year-old girl.
Exactly. But I'm saying it would get boring. It's the same perspective from the 3 of us
And that's
on a
what
lot of things.
that's what I
Yes.
say all the time on all 3 shows. I'm like, it's not fun when everyone agrees. it's totally awesome. Great.
Yeah.
That's a crappy show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's on some level we're trying to entertain people.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Well, let's end
Continue.
the show with my fun fact.
no, you had more thankfulness, didn't you?
No,
Okay.
I
I'm
am.
thankful
I'm
for your
thankful
fun fact.
for
Yeah.
life, for my family, for my husband, for you guys, and honestly, just I'm
Did
very
you notice
thankful.
how I was like 7th on that list? I think that's good.
I show him my thankfulness almost every day. Okay. Anyways, we're going to end it on
You're
my
not
fun
supposed
fact.
to say that.
I'm so excited because I started reading books about hockey. It's
Oh.
so cool. Okay, so this is from a book called Offsides. It's about Rhonda Lehman.
The blue line.
Shut up, Derek.
God, I'm trying here. Anyways, here's the fun fact. It's the first goalie face mask.
Face
Man,
mask.
Take
I
two.
can't fucking
Take
talk.
quiet. Just take two.
The first goalie face mask in hockey was worn by Elizabeth Graham on the Queen's University team in 1927, 32 years before.
Jacques Plante.
I can't ever say his name.
Oh,
Yeah.
32 years. And you know why? Because women have some beautiful faces and they needed to
No,
protect
because
it a
she
lot
actually
more
had
than Jacques
dental work
Plante.
and she didn't want to ruin it because it was fucking expensive. But,
Yeah.
but
Makes
yeah,
sense.
it was a
she's smart.
female.
Because women are fucking smart. It took Jacques Plante how many fucking times to get hit in the face before he finally put a mask on?
Yeah, it's true.
Sad
That girl was proactive.
Yeah.
Dude, I want a picture of that mask.
Is it
I
a-
wonder-
Oh,
do
you
they
know
have-
what? Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah,
I'll
see if
Google
you
it.
can find a picture of it because I really wanted to just be Casey Jones's mask.
That'd be so awesome.
But that's
Can
me.
you see a cool rad goalie chick wearing that?
Yeah, dude, that'd be fucking
Yes.
badass.
But anyways, there's your fun facts
that
for
is a
today.
that
That's
is
a
a
good one.
great fun fact.
No, and I'm gonna give a plug. Offsides. It's a pretty rad book.
Yeah, we picked that
Who's
up
it by?
Rhonda Lehman. I just forgot, but
Okay,
she
no.
actually was pivotal in the whole movement for women's hockey in Canada.
What's the official title? It's like Offside Memoir.
By Rhonda Lehman.
Is that okay? So it's
I
it's
just
on
want
Amazon.
I just want to make sure that we're giving full credit.
It's on
You know,
No,
Big
no, for
Plays.
sure.
Yeah.
I should have been better about
Look that
getting
up real quick. With
It's-
that, I do want to.
it can be available in Adventures Underground.
There you go.
1391 George Washington Way, Richland, Washington. Now available for online orders.
Oh, nice.
ADVunderground.com.
ADVunderground.com. I love it. Quick plug for West Side Story. We're doing that every couple of weeks, and that is more women's hockey focused, which women's hockey world's
Blown up, baby.
yeah, it's
I love
cranking
it.
right now, man.
I love it.
And if you're a Boston Pride fan, you're a bandwagon.
I'm thinking about getting a jersey, not for Boston, but I mean I'm thinking about getting a WNHL jersey.
Yeah, for sure.
Get the Riveters
I'm probably gonna
Oh,
pick
yeah?
her up
because
Riveters
Anya
one.
Packer's
Let me-
wife is a defense there.
Two things real quick.
Player.
Let me just talk about, I'm going to fan it up real quick, and I told you guys this story. A big shout out. What? Do you have the title?
I do, but my hand was getting itchy, so I
Oh.
was trying to scratch it.
Okay, we'll come back to that
Jesus
real quick.
Fuck.
A lot of people, if you've listened to this show for a while, you know I'm a big Philadelphia Flyers fan. Derek's finally brought more Flyers blood into this because it was all Red Wings for a while.
Yeah.
At least it's not Chicago.
That's true. He did wear a Chicago hat one day, and we almost killed him.
But it was a good story behind it.
Yeah, it made sense.
Let me just say, a good friend of mine, Kenny, him and his wife own Red Rail Espresso in Kennewick, went to Philadelphia. In fact, if you check our Instagram page, Buried Puck Threads Instagram page, you can see Kenny wearing a Buried Puck Thread shirt in the middle of the Flyers Ice Girls.
Which is so dope.
Thank
yeah.
you, Kenny.
Solid.
Even though I asked for a picture with Gritty, he said, I'm going to go that direction instead.
Can you fucking blame the guy?
No, I
Okay.
can't. I can't. Which, anyway, I'm going to be in Philadelphia in March at a Flyers Bruins game, so I'll find Gritty at that point. I'll take care of that.
Worst
Allegedly.
mascot in sports.
You're gonna find the Ice Girls, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I'm down. Anyway, Kenny delivered to me yesterday a Bill Barber authentic Philadelphia Flyers
So
jersey
sick.
that he brought back from his trip out there. That's where he's from. His family lives there. He brought it back, and it was just thank you so much, Kenny. Check out Red Rail Espresso as well. They're a good local company. But that was me fanning it up, and then, like I said, we're going to Philadelphia in March.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Got lower bowl seats, 13 rows back.
Yeah.
I've been
buddy.
to 2 Flyers games before, and both of them were upper level. And I said, one day I'm going to make it to that lower bowl, dude. And sure enough.
That's sick.
Wait, how much time do we have?
Oh, we're over.
Are we
We're
over?
over.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but if
All
you
right,
want
I'll
to,
save it.
what?
I was just going to say about seats in Seattle. The
What about-
Seattle team.
Yeah.
So we all know that like 3 years ago they opened the pre-sale for
Yeah.
season tickets, and I think they allotted like 10,000
Yeah.
for season tickets.
Yeah, but it got to 30,000 before they closed
well, the
it.
waiting list got to 30,000 before
Yeah.
they closed it. They have since added another waiting list of over 30,000 people.
Wow.
So there's 10,000 people that have reserved season tickets, and there's 50,000 people on a waiting list.
So there's 60,000 people vying for 18,000 tickets.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. They're not going to the arena's going to be 18,000.
Yeah.
So they've only, I mean, they can't have every seat in the house be a season ticket,
No.
otherwise no one will ever get to go.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think they've only allotted 10,000 seats
Wow.
to be reserved season tickets. That means there's only
Yeah.
going to be 8,000 tickets per game.
So we
And-
won't see him for like 5 or 10
So we
years.
need to fact
Yeah.
check this, but I'm just thinking already it's going to be hard to see a game.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It's going to be like 5 or 10 years before we get to see one live.
The people in Seattle, or if you do, it's going to be if you can come up with $5,000
Right,
to
on
buy a ticket.
StubHub, right,
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Which
exactly.
let me
So-
say something real quick.
So I could be wrong. We need to fact check that,
Yeah.
but that's just what I've read.
The
That
10,000 is the number that the NHL wanted to see in deposits
Right.
because that's what Vegas did.
Right.
It took Vegas a month to do it.
4
it took
minutes.
Seattle. Was it 4 or 12?
I,
Either way.
I think the article I read was 4 minutes.
Either
That's
way, it was
insane.
well. With
How did their website not crash?
It was crazy.
And it didn't. It
I
didn't
know.
crash at all. It's because it's Seattle. It's the
True. The tech.
Right.
baby
The
San
tech-
Jose.
You have Microsoft and Amazon. And
Yep,
they
that's
make it work.
true.
Yeah, and one of the Amazon web services, AWS guys, is a part owner of
Sure. Yeah, part of the team.
Seattle team.
Yeah, part of the ownership
Andy
team.
Jaffe, I believe, is part of the ownership group. But anyway, yes, that's a good point. A lot of people have brought that up. What's going to happen? We don't know.
I say 5 to
really
10
think,
years.
I think it's going to be hard. I did want to make a comment, though. There's a lot of people that complain about WHL ticket prices. Please check who you're buying them from.
Yeah, go
before you
directly
complain.
to Tri-City Americans or Ticketmaster.
Yes, or
Or
whatever.
Spokane
Kelowna
or
Rockets,
ever,
Spokane
yeah.
Chiefs.
Well,
Seattle.
right.
Because tickets to an AMS game run generally about $24 for an adult ticket.
Right.
People have been being scammed. I had a buddy text me saying, "How do they charge $46 a ticket?"
No.
They don't charge $46 a ticket. Where are you buying from? And it was a place like StubHub.
Third party.
We checked one just that night at $61 a ticket.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and they try to do that. Well, the game's almost sold out. It's never almost sold out.
No.
Yeah,
Go
fuck
directly
off,
to
yeah.
their website.
Please do that wherever you're buying your ticket,
Yes.
whatever teams you're supporting.
Or
Please
go walk up to the freaking door.
Yeah,
Right.
Or go up to the box
Or call
office.
the box office. Those ladies are so friendly downstairs.
Yes. Yep.
They will literally spend as much time on the phone with you as you need to put you in the seat that you want. I
Yep.
guarantee you can sit wherever you want
So
most
if,
nights.
if you're looking for a WHL ticket specifically, that's the one I can speak to. If you're looking for a WHL ticket and somebody's asking for $40-$50 and it's not like ice level or a suite ticket or something, please double check where you're getting it from. It should be in the $20 to $25 range.
Yep.
So anyway, boys, we are way over today. I don't care because I think these are important things. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more conversations over the next weeks, months, possibly years.
oh yeah, this isn't over.
No, it's not. And I hope that we find a balanced something.
To fact check my book, it's Offside, a memoir. Challenges faced by women in hockey, and it's by Rhonda Lehman Taylor.
Nice.
Solid.
See if we can get that downstairs.
Yeah, I'll get it in.
Cool.
See if we can get her on the phone.
For Cascadia Hockey. Brought to you by Buried Puck Threads. This has been Aaron Piper.
Yes.
Anya Piper. Derek Schoenrock.
Bye, everybody.
I'm Corey Gaston. We'll see you next week.
Wait. What?
Adventures?
Are we
We
missing
already
something?
did that, but what about a 3, 2, 1?
I'm already counting down, baby.
Ferda!
No, thank you.
Give your balls a tug.
Fuck off.
Crumbs, hook, line, snap, snap, crackle. Off to the bathroom to sniff another line. There's a big party going on and you're not invited. Now I'm just howling at the moon, sipping inside. There's a huge rock running through space. Won't you help me light it? I'm playing jump rope with my friends tonight. Budget dumb low, but I paid the price. The DJ saved my life. Nothing could cut into my fun, but the razor might. This song is brought to you courtesy of Medicine Prescriptions. Dead Again Christians, 1960.